Alright, so here's a nice picture of a linear model. This is for the plumber's charges, and there's a lot going on here, but we can make connections across many areas. So the starting point is here. So it's basically a €20 call out fee, then €40 for extra every hour of work after that. So if we move on to here, here's the €20 for the call out fee, and then it's €40 times by the number of hours, right? So if there was 10 hours here, you would do 40 times 10, 400, but then you've got the €20 call out fee. Now the call out fee is interesting, right? Because it's the cost for 0 hours of work, which sounds a bit weird. But don't forget, when you call someone to come maybe to your house or to your work, and they drive all the way there, then there's definitely some time that they've given up, and maybe some petrol costs. So when they get to your place and you decide, I don't want you, then you still have to pay them something, right? So for 0 hours, still 20. Right, so let's find that 20 call out fee in all the different places. €20 call out fee, 20 plus 40x. For 0 hours, 20. In the function here, there's the plus 20, and here's the 20 on the cost. You see that 20 appears just everywhere, right? 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Right. Now let's look at the €40 for every extra hour of work. 40. Well, that's the €40 times the number of hours here. 40. Okay. This 40 appears therefore here, and here, and here. And then if you have a look at the graph as well, you can see it on the graph, because for every 1 extra hour, you go up by €40. For every 1 extra hour, you go up by €40. So this 40 represents the gradient of the graph, which is the cost per every extra hour. Let's look at a few more things. Here is the function. You can write that as y equals, that would be okay. Or you might write it as c equals 40t plus 20. And anything's okay as long as you define what the variables are, the inputs and the outputs, the x and the y. And then once you've defined the variables here, you must transfer to the axes. Finally, let's look at the domain and range. If you look at the domain represents the x numbers, the inputs. And wouldn't it make sense to say that time can't be negative? So the time must be greater than or equal to 0. We can have 0 hours, remember, because that's the call out fee. And then look at the range of the y values. So the y values, or f of x, the output, and of course they have to be bigger than or equal to 20.